banded sumo deadlifts. Now for a banded sumo deadlift, the setup on your foot is gonna be kind of funky. So I'm gonna walk you through that at the end of the video, and I'm gonna walk through the form right now while I've already got it set up. So what you're gonna do, once you are set up, your feet are turned out. Your feet are turned out as wide as your knees can point out at the depth of your range of motion, okay? So what I always do is just kind of do a trial run first, and then go ahead and grab your weight. So I'll like go down into my movement first, and then I'm like, okay, do I need my toes out a little bit further? And for me, now this is just me, but normally when I get down into my movement, I'm like, oh, I actually have to bring my toes out wider, because I second guess myself a little bit and have my toes pointed in more than I should. So again, that's just me. You might be a little bit different than that. But once you do have your thighs and your feet in kind of that parallel line, then you're ready to go ahead and grab your weight. So then you'll grab a hold, like I'll walk you through at the end. I'd recommend holding on to the actual band and not the handles, but I have the handles hooked on here just to show you at the end. So from here, spine is nice and straight. Like always, press mostly through your heels, little through the balls of your feet, gripping with the toes. We're hinging, so we come all the way up. We're a deadlift here, right? It's not a squat. So we hinge down, butt goes backwards, knees bend, but they don't actually really go anywhere. They go more, like there's more movement on a sumo deadlift than there is on a regular deadlift, just because your feet are wider. So we go down and then squeeze up, okay? We're really, really actively pressing our knees out wide. It's even more important now on this because our stance is so much wider, okay? So now I'm gonna walk you through how to get this set up on your feet. So what I would recommend is start out with a lighter resistance to start with. If you've got the band kit that I have recommended, it's gonna be red. If you have a different kit, that might be something different. But maybe start out with like the green or the red band before progressing up to the blue or the black. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna take this band and you're gonna have a loop, but the handle is gonna be up underneath. So you're gonna loop that under your foot, and then the long end of the band is gonna come over the top of your foot, okay? So I've got about, I don't know, 8 or 9 inches of band here, and then that comes over the top. Then you're gonna go ahead and get that stretched out, and I've already got my stance set up, okay? So here's a regular deadlift, squat, sumo deadlift. So get that stretched out, get that 8 or 9 inches that you want here on the band, and have that be, so we've got the same tension on each side, have that be where it meets your shoe on the inside, and then you can kind of let that resistance and tension go there. Now the reason why I don't like to use the handles is because then there's like not a lot of range of motion here that includes the tension, because that's just kind of how it works, okay? The band has tension and then it kind of hits its end point and it doesn't let you pull anymore. So I like to go ahead and then grab onto that band so we've got more range of motion and more tension throughout the entire range of motion. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. But you should be feeling this in your glutes, you're gonna feel it in your quads, and you're gonna feel a nice stretch here, but you're also gonna squeeze in your thighs. So it's really a full package deal.